Kids don't come with a manual, and that makes it parenting very hard, damn hard. Here are 8 lessons you should avoid teaching children immediately. But before we begin, please subscribe to our channel. Now let's begin. 1. Children should always do what they're told. If they're uncomfortable, or scared, or truly believe what they're being asked to do is wrong, they should be taught it's okay to stick up for themselves. 2. Comparing your child to others. We should stop comparing our kids to other children, which is basically telling them they're not good enough. 3. Making a mistake means losing something. For a parent, there are 2 fundamental responses to a child's behavior. If your child gets a bad grade or flunks a test, that might mean they just need help with a tough subject. Give them a hand with their homework or hire a tutor. Pay attention to the child's behavior and see if it's really a cry for help. Hopefully, the whole time they're doing these chores, they'll be thinking about how silly it was to do what they did and decide to never do it again. The key is to be consistent and fair. 4. You are at school to study, not to make friends. That they're at school to study, not make friends. Friendships are important at any stage of life, and you will definitely benefit from having connections in adulthood. 5. Get good grades or you'll never get a good job. If a child messes up a test or slacks off with their homework, the prospect of a sad adulthood or flipping burgers for the rest of your life is an easy threat to make. Of course, good grades are great, and children should be encouraged to work hard in school. But if a kid associates good grades with success, they're in for a rude awakening when they meet an actual road in life. Like if they don't get into the college they wanted, or they're turned down for their dream job, for instance. Life's not always fair, especially when you've worked so hard for your perfect grades, only to be slapped in the face by reality. It's easy for an overachiever to think it's their own fault, they didn't get the job they wanted. That it's something wrong with them and not that there was simply another more qualified candidate. Education is important. There's no arguing that. But values and knowledge and skills you gain, more than the marks on your report cards. 6. You should try to make people like you. Who doesn't want their children to have a peaceful, happy life? And all too often that means getting along with everyone at school. Why not encourage your child to be nice to everyone? If you're not getting any reports from their teacher about arguments or fights with the other kids, that must be a good sign, right? If you teach your kids to be nice to absolutely everyone at school, then they'll start thinking that their peers are more important than they are, and that they need to please their fellow classmates. This in turn opens your kids up to exploitation. It's easy to confuse being nice with letting classmates copy their work or even doing their homework for them. A child should not have to sacrifice their own interests and goals to please others, and they shouldn't let anyone force them to do something they don't want to do. If other students ask them to copy their work and threaten to stop being their friend, if they say no, encourage your child to say no, politely but firmly. 7. Children should never be idle. No one wants their kids to be bored, because that's when they usually get into trouble. But be wary of signing them up for all sorts of extracurricular, or forcing them to join a sports team, when they have no interest whatsoever. You really don't need to keep kids busy and entertained around the clock, and if you try, you may end up doing more harm than good. Children who are constantly getting your undivided attention can grow up thinking that they should always get it from others. 8. Stop measuring the worth of your kid by their intellectual capabilities. Parents, especially those who are highly educated, are more likely to see their children's intellectual capabilities over their children's actual interests. If a child has the intelligence and innate skills needed to be a medical doctor but would rather work as an artist, then that kid will never be a happy, or even a good, physician. Helping children find their passion means teaching them to listen to their intuition. Parents have to step back, see their kids for who they truly are, and allow them to follow what interests them, not just what they're good at. After all, kids will only put effort into something they enjoy. If you want them to be successful, you have to teach your children to find their own way. Conclusion: did any of these bad parenting lessons surprise you? Do you agree or disagree with any of them? Tell us what you think in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.